Hi, good afternoon. This is Mike Dauer with Real Green Systems. I am the Vice President of Direct Mail and List Services here at Real Green. I've been with Real Green now for 11 years, and today we're going to talk about neighbor production postcards and why neighbor production postcards are a good source for marketing for your company for a variety of different things. But the main thing is in the springtime to send neighbor production cards to neighbors of existing customers. So we're going to go through the process, show you how to select this, and give you some samples and examples of what we do. So timing is a big part of sending out marketing pieces. And the neighbor production postcards allow you to send these out in your service area when the grass starts to green up, when the weeds start to pop up or dandelions start to pop up. And so you're going to be able to get that right time where Mother Nature sometimes gives us a little bit more winter weather and then comes to springtime. So this is a great thing to send out quickly too, because we can get these out in three or 4 days in the mail. So neighbor production postcards were originally set up to be able to market around your customers a week or so when your service vehicles are in the area. So you're out there doing production, you put your posting signs up, and then the next week you send out a postcard to the neighbors of those customers that you are servicing and offer them your services. So timing is critical for this, and you can set this up. We suggest doing them on Mondays, uploading those to us, and we'll show you a little bit more about that. Now, you're going to need marketing data in your system, okay? If you don't have marketing data in your system, then you're going to need to get it by carrier route, by zip code. We also do some neighbor same street processes and lists, and there's a whole nother webinar about marketing data as well that you can look at, but you're going to need that marketing data in the system to be able to do this. So you want to have a good offer when you're setting this up and sending these out. One application free, first app free, maybe free mosquito application, 50% off, first app, something like that to get those neighbors to respond to your card. So come up with a good offer. We can help give you some suggestions. Here's some examples of some of the neighbor cards. Now, the ones on the left side here that are blank, these are shells or templates here, and we can customize a template for you as well, like the ones here to the right. This is our standard shell or our standard template. So you could do this right away without setting up a color template with your information. All the black is going to be imprinted here. Next one here, you can see we've got pricing on here. We've got the mailing panel, obviously barcode. Here's a mosquito, flea and tick card. So doing some promotion, upsell type things, mosquito, flea and tick, perimeter pest control, aeration, those types of things that you can also market, not just your particular lawn care service with these types of cards. So again, these are some examples, and we can send you more of these if you would like. Just let us know, and we can send you some PDFs of these. But here you've got, first application free with 7-step program. Get the weeds out. $65 is your savings for a greener, beautiful lawn. Offer expires. So this in here, you're going to set that up, and we're going to show that to you here in a couple minutes. You're going to be able to set all that stuff up. So in Service Assistant, you're going to go to the main screen. You're going to go to Print Letters, and you've got Neighbor Production Postcards. So that's how you're going to select the process. You already have this in Service Assistant to be able to do. The only thing you don't possibly have is the actual marketing data or the neighbors' addresses, which again, through the marketing data process, we can help you do that, and there is a webinar for that. We can go over that. So here, you're going to come to your first screen, and you're going to start selecting your neighbor information. So you've got your for service year, obviously, now it's 2017. You can do it by date. You can do it by week. Anything that you would run reports on, as you would be familiar with Service Assistant, you can run Neighbor process on. So we've got the types of criteria here. You know, if you've got early spring application, late spring, anything here that you service and you have set up in Service Assistant, you can pull these. So we're going to pull this. We're going to send postcards to our marketing, our zero statuses, our past estimates, gave estimates, and our cancel customers here. Okay, obviously we're not going to include actives because actives are what we're going to send around. You've got here a done date. You can do scheduled date. This is year to date, so maybe the first one you want to select is, hey, I'm going to do my first one next week, so I'm going to select everything I've done from this point on. I've only been able to be out for 2 weeks with the weather scenario. You've got that. Days since last postcard, you want to do 15 or 30 days. Distance in miles, 0.01. You want to obviously do the closest proximity you can. Minimum number of neighbors, 1. Limit postcards to 1,000 or whatever number you would want maximum, you can do that. And then you can also, instead of doing a radius by latitude and longitude, okay, so you're going to get neighbors behind me across on the other street, you can just do neighbors same street. And I do suggest that if you're doing this for the first time, to get an idea of what it's going to do, select neighbors same street, and for like 0.01 or 0.015 miles. Out of the price table, if you have measurements here, you can select what program you're going to do for pricing, what your discount code is going to be, and then size in the range of what the square footage is for your lawns that you've measured and stuff that you have in your marketing database here. So you're going to want to select all that stuff. Here, again, just reviewing, this is the same screen. Do you want to do it in your done, what's assigned, or what's scheduled? Most of the time, we do this in what's completed or done. So let's say on Monday, we go in, we pull everybody that we serviced last week in the from and the to, and then we select that, okay? Again, you've got all your selections here for your types of marketing and stuff, your price tables, what you're selecting criteria here. Once you do this the first time, you're really going to, it's going to be easy. If you're pretty familiar with the reports and Service Assistant, it's an easy process to do. Just get used to it the first time. We can help you out, or we can have a technician get with you on the first time you're selecting this to kind of go through this as well. And as you know, our tech support are quality individuals there, and they're here to help you, and they do a fabulous job at that. Minimum number of neighbors, you could do 1 minimum, you could do up to 9 here. Minimum, typically you would do 1 or 2, and this really has to do with how much marketing data you're going to have in the system. So I always recommend just do 1 minimum, and there's up to 5 will actually print out on the card. So again, go through this. You can do your selections here. Choose your records, and you're going to want to actually have this then in the preview mode. Here I've got it selected to RGS, but you're going to want to put in here, you know, your discounts and stuff. And then we're going to go through here, days since last postcard. Again, you want to make sure you put in there 15 or 30 days. I like to say 30 days so you don't send a postcard next week to the same neighbors because you couldn't service one particular customer on the street. Maybe the gate was closed or that. So 15 to 30 days you're going to want to put in here. Okay, so once you have all your setup done, you're going to want to actually get records. Okay, so you're going to select your get records, and this is going to actually collect all the neighbors for everybody around your customers that you have serviced at this particular point. And this is going to give you the opportunity to see, hey, what do I have here? How many am I doing? So here I select neighbors, and on this I've got some test data, and I've only got 3 in here that shows me exactly how many there are, if I've got pricing here, what zip codes they're in. So obviously you're going to want to send out a few hundred or a few thousand each week, depending upon how many customers you have and how many you're servicing. So this will fill up with everything here. It'll show you the count of what you're going to be sending out. And then over here in the select zip code list, you can actually deselect some zip codes. So if you only want to stick with maybe 3 or 4 zip codes, obviously we all have budgets for things as far as marketing and stuff. This allows you then just to select only the ones that you want if it's by zip code. And the counts will come up here, and again, it'll tell you exactly how many that you have in the system, which is good. So now the next one is you're going to go show list. After you've done your select criteria, you're going to want to be in the preview mode here. And on these lines, you're going to actually put down here discount, 50% off first application. Offer expires April 30th or May 2nd or something. Here you've got, if you've got price, it'll show the regular price and the discounted price. Here you've got, you want to have some other things on there, maybe a different phone number if you want. You could put that on there. Any kind of disclaimers, obviously offer good, new customers only, something like that. You have your web address there. So once you set up these lines, these 6 lines here, you're going to go through a proofing process. Okay, so when you hit preview, you're going to hit OK, and you're going to want to then view the actual card itself. This is what the proof looks like. So it will show you what all your offers that you have on here, what your pricing is, and any information as we looked at on the first card that you've got there. Free mosquito application, free perimeter pest, something like that. That's where you'll fill all these lines in. And you can change that every time you do your upload too. So if you've got fall, you want to do an aeration or something like that, or in the summer you want to do maybe a perimeter pest control or something, again, you can change all that stuff. This will show you then the actual preview of what the card itself is going to look like. So on the first time that you do the upload, if you're a new customer doing neighbor cards, we will send you an actual proof before we print them. After that, this is the proofing method that you'll use. We'll only send you one proof, and then after that, each time you upload, you're going to want to make sure you go through and proof everything, make sure everything's spelled correctly, your expiration dates, because after that, you're not going to get a proof every time like you do with our normal marketing letters and that. So go through that. So here you can also do an export. You can export the file to Excel, so you can do a mail merge with another source if you have the need to do that. The neighbor cards, we produce those internally, and we actually during the springtime of year, we're doing those neighbor cards almost every day. We're in the process of doing that. But if you want to see that, or you want to maybe produce something with phone numbers, you have the option to do an Excel sheet as well on there. So again, you've got, once you previewed this, once you've gone through this, you're going to want to then switch in here where you had preview mode. You're going to want to switch it now to send to RGS. And you're going to want to then say OK. And then you're going to upload that data to us for us to then print and mail those cards for you. So that's really an easy process in order for you to send out a number of cards anytime that you want, depending upon the conditions in your area in the springtime. And a lot of times people in the springtime, they've got other marketing things that they're doing. They've got a lot of things happening. They really need to use something like this to really get that last impact of your marketing dollars and get as many new customers in the springtime as you can. And the cool thing about the neighbor production cards is it allows you to do it anytime, weather permitting, anytime you feel that there's something going on in the area, and sending these out. So it's a great tool. So these cards are a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch size. So they are what's considered a first-class postcard. They're a smaller card. And the reason that we make them that way is we send these out first class. We want to get these into the homes within a few days. So if you upload on a Monday, we process these and we send them out Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday at the latest. these are going to take a couple days then to reach the homes because they're going first class. So they're going to be in the homes at the end of the week or on Saturday, which is really the times that are best for doing marketing for lawn care services. So that's why we suggest that you do this on Monday. We have customers that upload these all through the week, but I would start out with that and maybe make a habit of doing it on Monday. Again, we can do them at any time. So it takes a couple days to get these printed and into the mail. They should be in the homes by the end of the week. You can use our standard shell, or we can create a custom template for you, a custom shell template. If you're going to be doing multiples of these over 10 or 15,000, we would suggest that we would set this up in the beginning, do a custom template or a custom shell for you, so that once we get them, it's a matter of putting the addressing and the other text on there and then getting those out. Costs for the neighbor production postcards are about 50 to 52 cents a piece. That includes your first class postage and your processing fees. So the only other fee that you would have on this is if we set up a custom template, custom shell for you. That's about $100 fee. So you do that once, and now we do the process and we get these out and move them through. So again, if you're going to do more than 4 or 6 week run, we'd want to set up a full color template or a shell for you. It would make the process quicker and get these out in the mail a little faster for you. So if you've got any questions that you'd like to ask or contact us, you can contact me directly. My extension at Real Green is extension 323, and I've got the 800 number there that you can call. It's the 800-422-7478, my extension 323, or you can email me at mdauer@realgreen.com, and I'll be glad to send you more information about the neighbor process and some more examples of that. Or you can talk to one of your marketing reps as well. They have all the information about the neighbor cards and can provide that to you. So again, let me know if you do have any questions. We appreciate your time looking at this. We hope that it will be a good tool for you to use for your marketing. We've been doing this now for about 9 years, and we do hundreds of thousands of neighbor cards every year for customers out there, and we've gotten some great results. Estimate as far as reply, anywhere from probably about a 0.5% to 7% response rate. Now, obviously 7 is up there. We've had one customer in Alabama, and I did verify that with him. He did a free perimeter pest control, and he got a 7% response rate sending these out several years ago. But average response rate for these, you're going to probably be looking at about probably 0.8% to probably maybe 1 to 1.2%, I would say, as an average. So again, a very good tool to use for your marketing. Timing wise, it's very easy to use. Once you get the swing of things as far as doing the process, it'll be an easy tool for you. So we appreciate your time. Thanks for watching this. And as always here at Real Green Systems, we want to help you spend your marketing dollars as best as possible and get as many new customers as we can. So have a great rest of your day, and let us know if you have any questions.